Yeah, so last month was the worst trading I've ever had in my short journey of being a futures trader, which has been around since November of 2023. And I am fully attributing the majority of my errors from May to my ability to focus while trading. So I decided I will make a presentation and hopefully spread awareness to you guys who watch this. So yeah, I wanted to make a presentation on it because I bet that a lot of people could probably relate to the things that I've been dealing with the last month in terms of focus and trading. So let's jump into it. So the main things that affect my focus that I've figured out have been food and hydration, my desk and my overall house surroundings, my phone pickups, and just unrelated thoughts that I might accidentally kind of go further with. And you know how that goes, going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, in other words. But so yeah, food and hydration. You don't have to be a genius to figure out that if you treat your body correctly, it will work to a higher potential or to its highest potential. So yeah, before I start trading, I make sure that I'm hydrated for one, and then two, I don't eat before trading. I don't eat breakfast in the morning until after I trade, which is normally around 10:30, 11. I found that if I do eat breakfast before trading, it slows down my cognitive ability, and like you can still think obviously, but it's like you want to be as sharp as possible. You want to be as clear mentally as possible when you do trade, because there's so many moving parts that you have to be aware of at one time. And if your brain is just lagging and processing things slower than it would be without food, then you are setting yourself up to have less success than you would if you were in a higher performing headspace. Hopefully I can cut that up to make it sound good. So yeah, for me, I've just found that not eating in the morning before I trade and making sure I'm drinking water and doing that before I get any caffeine in me, I feel like it's just helped my awareness out in general. And yeah, so that's what I would recommend for that. Desk and surroundings, this is just like you want to have a clean environment you're in, because whether you think so or not, your environment is pulling on your subconscious. So if you have a big mess all over your desk, just one glance at it, it's going to spark another thought. And then before you know it, you're just completely distracted. So it's best to just have as clean a desk as you can, as clean a house as you can. And I feel like that actually, I mean, it's not a direct effect on your trading, but like having clean environments, it's just less things that your thoughts can gravitate towards whenever you are trying to lock in. This is my absolute worst. Whenever I did the evaluation in December, I passed on my first try. I literally, every single day I traded, I literally would wake up and I would put my phone somewhere and I wouldn't look at it until after I was done trading. And I wouldn't have it near me or anything like that. And I think that was part of the reason why I had such a successful month in December. And last month of May, which is my worst month that I've ever had, I never did that. I was having my phone on me and just looking at it like during trading hours. And it definitely had an impact on my focus for one, but that translated into a bad P&L. So the phone is probably the worst for everybody. If I had to guess, I would definitely put it in a different room. That's what I've been doing the last, I guess the end of last week, and then today is Monday, and I will continue to do that as long as I need to from now on, because I regret not doing that last month. So I think the phone's probably everyone's biggest problem, but I've also seen traders on YouTube talking about like they'll be playing video games or watching a YouTube video during the session, like waiting for a setup, and I'm just like, I mean, it all depends on how you trade. If you're like, personally, I only trade from a window from 8:30 to 10, so I'm gonna give my full attention during those hours and make sure that I'm taking advantage of everything that I can during those hours, rather than being distracted on my phone or playing video games or like watching a YouTube video and then you miss something and now you're like, it's your fault because you weren't paying attention. So I think trading is one of those things you need to have a very high level of awareness for sure. And then your attention span, you need to be able to focus for an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe a little longer, to really make the most of it. So unrelated thought trains, this is probably my second worst distractor in trading, and it's literally just thoughts that are anything other than trading. So I feel like I have a lot of these. I know I've been distracted by these. That's kind of, it could take your mind for only a few minutes, or it could take your mind for like 5 minutes or longer. It depends on what you're thinking about and how long it takes you to realize you're thinking about something that doesn't matter in the moment, or whatever it may be. You want to make sure you're completely present whenever you're trading, unless they're thoughts about trading. So yeah, recognizing these thoughts before you find yourself distracted for too long. That's how you got to combat this, and constantly reminding yourself anytime an unrelated thought comes to mind during a session, just making sure you can remove that thought from your mind and go back to directing your attention to whatever you need to during your trading session. Those are all my biggest distractors that take my attention away from trading. So what I've implemented at the end of last week, not for May. So yeah, this is not what I was doing during the month of May, what you're looking at here. This is what I started doing. This is what I was doing in December, and this is what I started doing again last Thursday, which would be end of May, the last Thursday of May. This is how I'm improving my focus. I'm waking up earlier, and I'm spending more time on the pre-market, on my session plan, and just visualizing scenarios, in both cases, bull and bear. But yeah, I'm waking up, I'm putting my phone somewhere else, drinking water right when I get up, and I'm stretching, I'm doing some push-ups, some ab work, just anything to get my blood flowing so my mind can wake up quicker, and then spending more time than I was before on my session plan and visualizing scenarios, just basically the pre-market situation. And I'm making sure I'm very clear on my plan. And then after I'm done with my plan, I will read my intentions for trading at least 3 times. I'll read through it, and I'm trying to basically affect my subconscious by doing that over and over. So it says read over again till open, but that's definitely an exaggeration. I don't even know why I wrote that. But yeah, after I read my intentions a few times, I will just go over my plan, and I will literally do these 2 things right here pretty much until market opens. And then 8:30, I'm executing my plan, and I'm not trading anything that is not planned for, basically. But yeah, so my intentions that I mentioned, it's kind of blurry, but you guys can read these. This is just how I'm trying to approach the market every day. I didn't do this for the month of May. I've never read intentions before I trade, ever, but I feel like if I can get these intentions solidified in my subconscious, that it will probably help me make better decisions and help me move away from making bad decisions. So it's just something I am kind of testing out, I guess, but I do think it will help, and I'm definitely going to continue with this schedule until I feel like it doesn't even help, but I've already seen it help. So we're going to be continuing to do that. If you guys have anything that distracts you while you're trading during a session, let me know in the comments what that is. I hope this video helps some people out there, and yeah, take it easy.